to the 180th episode of Corrections. Corrections 180. I wish I could do a 180 on Corrections and stop doing it. I'm joking. What I took away from last week's correction is we like the positive energy, and so positive we shall keep it. If anybody here, if the audience seems a little sleepy today, I can explain. Kenny brought barbecue yesterday and fed the crew an obscene amount of food. It was very good barbecue. Thank you to Kenny for doing that. But it did a number on people. Everybody ate so much it induced a memory loss. And here's what I think happened. We got a big hiatus coming up. Kenny doesn't want anybody to go. He loves us so much, he was miss us. So he fed us barbecue in hopes that it would make us forget our families, forget our homes. Classic Lotus Eater situation. And by the way, I always made Odyssey references. This isn't just because the movie's out. I always go back and watch Corrections. Tons of Odyssey stuff. Oh, somebody wrote this. We talked about Elon Musk was very upset about the Odyssey, and someone said, correction for Elon Musk. Christopher Nolan can't piss on Homer's grave because Homer probably wasn't real. The epic poems we attribute to Homer likely weren't written by a single person, but are actually a collection of oral traditions passed down through several communities. Do you know what Elon Musk said when he heard Homer wasn't real? No. Positive. Keep it positive. I loved the Odyssey. I saw it in IMAX. See it in IMAX if you can. Try to avoid, I saw it twice. The second time I saw it was at a translator screening. Just for people, just full of, an audience full of people who had translated the Odyssey. Tough crowd. It's like every scene, they're like, didn't happen! We talked about the how Trump did at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and you know, I thought he did bad. The Jackals thought he did bad, but that seems to be a place where we could all just enjoy collectively agreeing on something. And yet, somebody wrote, you know, he bombed when the room was quieter than a post-Buck Corrections. So now I'm catching strays. That one hit close to home. But do I even have a home? I just have these delicious ribs. Somebody wrote bananas. We had a joke about banana trees. Joke. Bananas don't grow on trees. Bananas are arborescent perennial herbs that lack a woody trunk, but have pseudostems of tightly packed leaves. That's I like that one because that's a fun correction, you know. Brings us back to what we were originally trying to do here, which is helpful facts that you can take out into the world. They're getting us back to our roots. The roots of the banana tree. Mario punches all the time. An ass. Somebody said, where is it? Oh, yeah, this dude. I was like, what is this? And someone said, this is the Spider-Man villain, the Jackal. So that's why that was sent in. Raul sent it in. Bunch of you, I would say 100 people said, that's the Jackal. And 4 of you said, I thought he sent it in as a tribute to your ears. Well, we're about to take a very long hiatus. And when we take very long hiatuses, one of the things that people will say is, oh my God, you're going to miss so much, right, with this current. And because of that, we, through back channels, we reached out to the White House, and he agreed he's not going to be weird. Till we get back. It's like, yeah, you know. That when the coyote and the those where they check out, they're like, "See you later, Jim. See you later, Bob." that old Looney Tunes. I said diarrhea medicine. People were like anti-diarrheal medicine, and then a bunch of people were like, "Don't listen to them. You don't. It's not like anti-cold medicine. It's just called cold medicine." So I was right the first time, and you guys were making it hard on me. We talked about how there was a Trump lawyer who backed up in a clip, and we said you can't trust anybody who's backing up. And then somebody said, well, what about museum tour guides, because they're backing up. And I was like, you can't. So then I was like, you can trust people who walk backing up. But then someone countered Michael Jackson. So I think it's a case by case. If you see somebody moving backwards, it's case by case. Someone wrote, can Seth Meyers not tell the difference between voiced and unvoiced fricatives? Does he think F and V make the same sound as well? Maybe I do. We're talking about TH. Somebody said, Seth, genuinely not hearing the difference between a voice and a voiceless TH is killing me. What you do is you take your tongue between your teeth and just blow air. That's a voiceless TH, as in path. So like, path. Now do the same thing, but hum like your tongue is a kazoo. That's the voice TH, as in loath. So, loath. Someone hears what it was. It's the difference between that and Thatcher. And that was the one example where I understood the difference. The important thing to know is that I loath and loathe all of you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know you don't like it when Seth's on hiatus. Well, I don't know what you're going to do all summer. Maybe learn a trade? So my daughter, I'm going to see my family, and I'm very excited. But they're already on vacation, and I talked to my wife this morning. I was like, is there anything from the apartment you want me to bring? And she didn't need anything, but my daughter then jumped on the old FaceTime, and she felt very strong. She wanted her tiny little suitcase. And I was like, Addie, don't make me bring your tiny little suitcase, mostly because like I'm a grown man. I don't want to walk around with her tiny little pink suitcase, right? But she's so cute, and she won me over. And then it also dawned on me that I would come to work, and then either Jim or John would meet me at the car, and they're always like, can I help you carry something? And I could make one of them carry the tiny little suitcase. And that's what I did, and there's Jim. It's like Godzilla holding a bus. It was so easy for him to pick up. I was like, he's like, I go, you want to jump on the elevator with me? He goes, I could throw it up. I was like, what? He goes, I'll just throw it up to your window. And then he did, but we were on the 8th floor. He missed it. I had to go up to the 10th. And then John asked to borrow it. Because his family has asked him to move out. Because of the BMW, they've made him move out. He asked to live with Jim, and Jim said, no.
Hey, Seth, say the names.
Common, Broski, Holland, Stavi, Mintz. If I get one wrong, can I take a mulligan? A Carey mulligan? Barone. Hoffman. And then the first guest tonight didn't really make an impact. Oh, we talked about this is Muppets having sex. This is Muppets having sex if you take the Muppets off their hand. And it occurred to me that this is also what Trump does this a lot. And so maybe in his head, when he's doing that, I don't know. If you're sometimes people are like, oh, I can't watch him on TV anymore. Maybe it would be more fun. This is just a thought exercise. Try to picture that he's making two Muppets have sex. I don't know. It would probably look like this. Someone sent in a painting of me, and they sent a letter. It was very sweet. It was a brother sent it in on behalf of his brother who'd painted it. And I really should have brought the letter out because they were like, maybe you could send him an email saying you liked the painting. But I thought it'd be nicer if I just showed it. But then my issue is, have I looked like this the whole time? And no one here has told me? This is what's in a serial killer's house. He liked to draw comedians. But for his house guests, it was no laughing matter. I think that's it. Yeah, like I said, we got a break coming up. I know nobody believes me when I say it. We wish we didn't. We like being here with you guys, but we'll be back. We'll be refreshed, and yeah, it's an odyssey. Another classic example. I'm constantly making references to it. All right. Yeah, see me when you see me.